Well, if you've ever driven on East Sir Francis Drake Boulevard in Larkspur near the ferry, or zooming on your way to or from Highway 580, you may have noticed a brick building and wondered what it was. Well, it's formerly a brick kiln, and we're actually inside the kiln now, and it's currently the home of the Melting Pot Fondue Restaurant. And I'm here with Wendy Levy, who is the manager of the Melting Pot Restaurant, and we're going to talk about how to fondue.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wendy, for having me here.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. This is great.
I myself have driven by this 100 times over the past decade, I think, and never really realized what it was. But now I know. And can you give us a little history of this fascinating building?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was actually built in 1891. It is a brick factory. Yes, there were bricks made in here for quite some time. It was actually a very lucrative industry. It actually brought a lot of people to Larkspur, to the area.
Well, let's talk about fondue. When did the Melting Pot Restaurant open, and what is the purpose of fondue? What does it mean?
Well, we opened this particular one in 2005. Our 4-year anniversary is coming up in September, so yay, happy anniversary for us. But the Melting Pots actually started in 1975, and that was in Florida, in Maitland, Florida. Fondue actually means to melt in French. That lends itself to melting of the cheese, and the dipping of the items in the cheese. They actually kind of melt in there, so that's where that comes from.
When I hear fondue, I do think of cheese only, and it seems so 70s to me. Just seems like a trendy thing, but absolutely not, right?
No, it's definitely not a trend, because we provide a really unique experience, a fun experience. People say, oh, it's coming back, and it really is, because it's a fun place to come. And it is not only cheese. We have house-made salads, really exquisite dressings, very unique stuff to Melting Pot. We also do various kinds of exotic meats. We have lobster, duck, filet mignon that you actually cook at your table in a hot pot style. And those come with a lot of different homemade sauces as well. It's quite an experience, and you can't forget chocolate fondue for dessert.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. To top it all off. So it's a great dinner.
Well, so can we take a test drive now?
Of course we can. This is the best part.
And what do we do?
So, well, these are your fondue utensils, your survivor kit in here. So we have 3 different fondue forks. We have a couple of regular forks and a knife. So just take them out like this.
Oh, I see, regular fork. I'm familiar with these. Okay.
Yeah, you kind of need a lot of different things. So, depending on what you like, usually you can take an apple or a piece of bread or something onto your plate. Some guests will just pass them around and put a bunch of different things on the plate and then fondue them.
On the plate, not the table.
It happens. It's totally okay. Whatever
Fresh
you
bread,
want to do.
Of course, right? Oh
Yep. So if you just skewer either on the crust side there, that gets a nice little grip on it, like so.
Okay.
And then you just dip in. Get in there.
So more than one can dip.
Yeah, definitely. And
it's like a hot tub.
Yeah. It is hot, and it is a tub of cheese, I guess you can say. So you just kind of twirl it around if you get a little residual there.
But it's a little intimate experience, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So there's 2 ways to do it. Either you can take it to your plate and use your regular fork to eat off of if you have very discerning guests who are very particular about etiquette. So you can do it that way, like this, and then use your fork to eat it. Or if you're with your family and friends and it's all family in style and you're having a fun time, you can just eat it like this.
On camera? That is to die for.
So is this going to be your favorite now?
I don't know. The chocolate looks pretty good though. But
well, the best is yet to come. This is just the beginning.
Oh, wow. Departmentalized plates.
Yes, it's perfect for all the different sauces that we described earlier.
Fresh utensils, and
yep.
Well, here's your plate. I'll start with this here.
Oh, I see. Very good. It's all yours. Go to town. Yeah. So much like the cheese fondue, all you have to do is skewer whatever you like from one of the plates here. Your server will actually tell you how long to cook different things depending on what you're doing. My spaghetti is about 1.5 minutes. Cook everything on here pretty much for about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Well, that is important to know. Once he serves it, you don't just eat it. You have to cook it.
Yes, exactly. So you want to skewer right from that white plate and into the pot.
Can I try one of these little?
Yeah, try your
Is
cicchetti.
that what you call them?
Yeah, and you can actually just leave the skewer in there. You don't have to hold on to it. And since you do have a couple extra ones, you can skewer a few extra things.
Let's skewer.
So it's important to remember your color. You want to make sure, especially if you're a large group of people, we usually have different colors for different guests so that you can remember what you skewered in there.
At least I'm color coded.
Yeah, you definitely match. So the lobster tail's all sectioned into little pieces too, so you can skewer that. Just let them sit in there. Sometimes, if you like, you can take some of the vegetables and just let them simmer. And you don't need to actually fondue those. I mean, you could just let them go in the pot and use yours, or not.
On the table.
Or use your skewer. Wild broccoli! Ah! Or use your skewers for the meats and stuff. And this also absorbs all of the good cooking style in there and flavors it really nicely, so you could do that. I'm just being really...
So if you had 8 people sitting at this table, you'd have 8 different skewers in there.
Or more.
Oh, wow.
Or more. Sometimes the pot is actually full with skewers.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty fun and interesting.
I don't know if this needs any sauce, but I'm going to try it alone.
Sometimes they don't need sauce. It's just the marinades are really good on their own. We always can add extra flavor. There's tons of variety you can do.
There's tons of flavor.
Yeah, you will not be bored here, I'm sure.
I got several forks going here.
That's kind of how it is, and this is why our dinners are typically, a longer dining experience than what normal people are used to. I mean, 45 minutes maybe takes you through the first and halfway through the second course.
So what sauce would be good with this, or any
of the plum sauce, definitely. This one right here. And this is a teriyaki. That's good too. That's good too. That seemed to be your favorite. I think you should go for that. People make up their own sauce combinations. They'll blend the teriyaki and the curry together and make a curryaki sauce. You can do whatever you want.
Just enjoy, right?
Yep. Exactly.
My cameraman's getting jealous over there.
Well, we're saving the lobster for Gary.
We're saving the lobster for dessert? Wow.
This is our dark chocolate bananas Foster.
Well, thank you so much. This has been so much fun. This has been our Marin Profile Fondue experience.